Good day, my friends. My name is Nikita Butomo. I'm a psychologist, and I'm willing to tell you about my theory, which named the theory of neuron net. What is this theory? My theory is about how our brain works. I have studied a psychological department in St. Petersburg University, and having been entered with this school, I hoped that my teacher teach me how my brain works. It was very necessarily for me, because it is, I think, very important to realize for every man. How does his brain work? So, how we make a decision, how we behave, what is our thoughts, all this question appeared to me, and I was needed to answer the questions, but they did not answer to my questions, because I think they did not know how to answer it. What the hardest point of psychological science for now? It's absence of entire theory of how we behave, what is the purpose of our behavior, and how our brain works. What is a consciousness? What is our consciousness? It's a central point of our questions about psychology. Psychology tells many words about what do we need to do, and how do we need to do, and about purposes, for example, to earn money, to make yourself a promotion, to aim high, as Englishmen say. But what ground of the psychological is? What theory lies on the ground of psychological of our behavior? I claim that there is no theory at all. We all well known of such names as Freud, Jung, and others, but they were working with behavior and explain our fluctuation of our behavior, abnormality of our behavior, by such terms as trauma, childhood trauma, and others, and it does not explain me at all. What is the real cause of such an abnormal actions? So, in absence of whole admitted theory of our behavior and of our consciousness, I try to create my own theory based of based on my observation and my thoughts, because the true, I believe my theory is true. The true theory must be very simple, because our brain is working in a very simple way, as we are may see in my other explanations. I need to give a very short introduction of my explanation of neuron net. We imagine that our brain works how? We imagine that our brains works as computer, because we have created computer, and we absolutely necessary must have imagined that our brain is working as computer working. How does computer work? Computer work following by command, which is writing in its memory. The commands is working on is writing in the memory of computer, and computer fetch one to one all these commands and execute it. And what I need to say, what is important, that computer does not forget the last command what he have executed, fulfilled, and he does not imagine what will be the next command. He only just trying to execute the command what he have fetched from the memory of computer to the special part which named register situated in the processor memory near the point of calculating, and so computer works only with one command for now, and so it is repeated in circle many times until all program will be working, will be executed. So we imagine that our brain works exactly just as computer works, and it is our big mistake, because firstly computer has a program, and who does this program load to our mind? Me, myself? Who is he who loading this program in my mind? My mother. And in what part does this program situated? In what part is this program situated? In my brain. And by the way, what is my memory situated in my brain? I believe I remember my life. I believe, and we all believe, that we remember our behavior, our events in our lives, and so where is all these events situated in our brains? The psychologist does not answer on this question because they are not known about it. And I claim that all these events is recording and has been recorded in our neuron net, but not as events, but not as records, such as computer records, but not as instruction, but not as information at all. In other way, they have been recorded in other way in our brains, in way which I will try to explain you. So we believe that we are acting following the instruction of our mind, which is working such as computer works, and fetch the command one by one from our brain, and so we are heading to point B from point A, and so we fetch the instruction to turn to the right, to go straight ahead, and turn to the left, and stop and skip the auto which is passing near us. And so it's absolutely nonsense what I am telling just now, because we are acting not this way, we are acting differently, absolutely differently, because what is a program in our brain? Imagine we have a special computer in our brain which can record our behavior, and imagine that this computer may lead us on our next way from point A to point B, but in what form this way has been recorded? In what form? In the form of instruction or maybe in other forms. It is the first program of psychology, as I described just now, how our brain working. Is it working as computer works? And if it working as computer works, where is our program situated, and who has include this program, and how he has include this program in our brain? By God? Who was he? And so the second problem of our psychology is what conscious means. Conscious and the special state of statement of our brain, which allow us to perceive the reality and perceive our place in that reality. and we claim, and we all absolutely sure that we possess the consciousness, each other, from us, but how it works? How does it work that we are perceiving reality and perceiving our place in reality? It's hard to say. It's hard to imagine. I'm speaking not in my mic. So it is a problem. It is a problem. And the third problem, which I aim to describe and I aim to explain, is what is our personality is. What our personality is. As we may know, many techniques of behavior which is used by trainers, psychologists, and many who is working with people, staff, is use the term personality, but I claim that there is no entire whole world admitted theory of personality for now. And what personality is, they do not know, and I may read a whole bunch of that explanations was what personality is, but it is not satisfying to me because it is very understandable for me. It's a blah 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 for me. It's no explain at all. For example, my theory explains that our personality is equal our wins in our lives. We behave, and if we win, if we have the victory in situation, we lay that victory in our ground, and we lay that victory in ground of our personality, and our personality consists of our victories, and our personality is created by ourselves only, not by our environment, people environment, as Misishev did claim. Our personality belongs to us only and was created by us only, and it is the point. And it's very interesting for me and maybe for us to see our personality in such a way, because it's very interesting if we add our victory one by one to our brain or in a special place in our brain, in our body, then we may standing and behavior in our lives very well and better, grounding on these wins. So I am finishing now, and my next lesson will be about how we act in our common life in the streets, and what does our brain produce in such a simple action. Goodbye.